Hey guys, how's it going? Ghosty Richard today, and today we're going to be cleaning a cold air intake filter. As you can see, this one is super dirty. This is actually going in my Jeep Hemi project, and it needs a refresh. So first thing you're going to need is a sink like so. If you can, have a plug. I'll show you why in a sec. First thing you want to do, go ahead, and these are just old rags from cleaning other things, but I'm just going to give the sink a little bit of a wipe to make sure there is no other, soaps and other things inside of this sink. You want a nice clean surface. You know what? Screw it. I think that's good enough. Next thing you're going to want to do, take your filter. Let's start soaking this bad boy. So what I like to do is run my finger through all of this. You just want to make sure you get everything. And trust me, this first run is nothing compared to what we're going to do. But if you can at least get in there, try to. If you want to, you can even take something like this. Use the toothbrush end if you want. And some people like to blast it with cold air cold air on the inside, never on the outside, because you don't want to blast, of course, materials inside of the filter. Because if you push it down and in, then yeah, that's what you're gonna do. All right, now that we've got this bad boy nice and soaked up, let's see. Some people even bang these against the floor first, so if you didn't do that, make sure you do it. Yeah, we can already see, even if I do this, make a big mess. Okay, next thing you wanna do, you've gone ahead, we've thoroughly soaked this. Now, take this. We're gonna plug the sink. What we're gonna do, add a little bit of dish soap. Non-petroleum based, if you can. I mean, it's not really gonna tell you. Dish soap's usually safe anyway. Shouldn't strip anything off your fingers. But we're gonna mix this up a little bit. You want the bubbles. The bubbles are nice. Once again, from this point, just let it sit, turn it every now and then. Just let all that soap do its work. Wonder if I can, look at how dirty that water is. Nice and dirty. So let this soak. Leave it for about 15-20 minutes. After 15-20 minutes, drain the water. If you want to be thorough, refill the sink one more time. Kind of fine on this side, right? Not too bad. But let's roll it over. See this? Let's zoom in so you can see. Come on, camera. Zoom and focus. See that? See that damage in the pleat and on the metal groove right there? That is 100% a sign that it is time to replace. I mean, yeah, this one's really, really dirty right now, but I pulled it off to inspect, and this is just an example of when you just need to say, okay, I had to bite the bullet and spend the money. Move some bubbles and show you. This is gonna be the first dose. Look at that. She is looking good. Yeah, like I said, just inspecting for any damage, and I don't see any. Let's release the hounds. As that's draining, if you want, you can go ahead and rinse this a little bit more. Quick other tip for you. If you live in a place with a whole lot of sand, I would suggest only filling it right up here to the rubber grommet. Once we fill it, it's almost where I want it to. I wouldn't let any of the junk that lands in your sink end up inside there, because if sand gets inside of this filter, and let's say it gets lodged in from the inside and your engine sucks that in, that is definitely not a good day. So for off-roaders and other people that aren't just driving on the street, I highly suggest you leave it up like this. Now, after you've done this, you leave it like this. Again, you can see this second run is looking awesome. I'm already happy with that, so I'm gonna literally leave it for 5 minutes, and if I don't see any more in here, I'm gonna end up just saying nice and pull the plug, and it's time to let it dry. This was way better. Look at how clean that is. Now, the reason why we did that second one was just to make sure. Some of you might notice that the sink is completely dirty again. And if it is, then you can be really happy you did it again. If you're like me, well, then you're just, well, at least I did it for the video, right? Well, as you can see, that's way better. I'm just looking over my air filter and I see way less going on in here now, which is great. Next thing we're gonna wanna do is throw this on here, and it's time to go ahead and just rinse off, if we can, as much of the soap. Again, when it dries, it'll be fine, but at the same time, if we can get off some of the soap and just make sure that we get everything with some fresh water, it's always a good day. Now, what some people will do is they'll take a garden hose and they'll shoot it with a garden hose from the inside out, and that does push it out, but you can still just do this. Just put it on your max water setting like this and shake it around if you want. And just go for a couple minutes if you'd like, and just keep turning it and getting all the soap out. Look how blue that is compared to the beginning of the video. Just insane. And like I said, I've already inspected it, gone over anything. I don't see any discoloration in this, and I don't see too much. Now, I did notice that some of it was a little bit, you know, moved around, but that's to be expected. That's gonna happen no matter what.
All right, I've been doing this for a couple minutes now. I didn't want you to have to watch me doing it the entire time.
Now, a lot of people ask, how often should I be doing this, Rich? Well, if you can, every oil change. But let's be honest, not a whole lot of people are gonna do that. I don't think I've ever met a single individual that does it every oil change. So, to tell you the truth, I would do it if you can, every 2 oil changes. Or if you can, every 20,000 kilometers. Or I guess that would be 15,000 miles. And that's just me being honest. I just can't think of the last time I've seen somebody do that. It's like rotating your tires, right? So, rotate your tires when you do this at the same time. You can do that while it's drying. So, at this point, I think I'm done. Take a look at that.
Once you've left your air filter to dry for whatever amount of time you decided, this would be the time, if you have an oiled air filter, to go ahead and reapply the oil. I don't see a lot of oil air filters being used anymore. A lot of people have swapped them out and are not using the oil ones anymore, just due to things that you can read up on by yourself. It's really easy to do. You would just replace your air filter here. Anyways, I hope this helped you out. Go put it back on your car and listen to your car breathe like a dragon once more. Thanks again for watching. Press the like if it helped you out and subscribe for more.